55. Let's run through some numbers real quick. We'll break down the individual scoring first off. Bobcats led by Maurice Walker with 17 points. Anisha Donley next with 15 points. Shantiona Keys had 12. Walker was 5 for 10 from the floor. Donley 7 of 13. Keys 5 of 15. Keys missed all 4 of her three-point shots. Walker hit 1 of 2 three balls. Wrapping up the scoring for the Bobcats, Scoffsma with 8 points. Kayla Upchurch with 7 as she hit a three-pointer. 3 points for Lindsay Reed on 1 of 4 three-point shooting. And 2 points for Kadisha Gibbs. Alexia Manning played 2 minutes in the first half and did not score and took just 1 shot. For North Georgia, they were led on the scoreboard by Sierra Jackson with 15 points. She was 4 of 14, 2 of 9 from downtown, 5 of 7 at the free throw line. 13 points for Stephanie Huffman, 4 of 12 overall, 1 of 4 from long range, and 4 of 4 at the free throw line. And then 10 points for Kaylee Aiken, 4 out of 6 from the floor, 2 out of 3 from three-point land, did not shoot a free throw. Rounding out their scoring, Kelsey Hutchins had 8 points, 4 points for Jordan Livesay, 3 points for Samantha Glottis, and 2 points for Lauren Pounds. And I'll let Sam Jones run through some more numbers for you. And a good shooting night for the Bobcat women, and they held North Georgia under 35% for the day.
Under 35%, North Georgia ends up with only 33.9% on the day. Bobcats shoot pretty well, though, from the field. 40.3% at 25 is 62 from the field. Bobcats just came out strong. Lots of points in the paint for Georgia College Day, 34 compared to just 20 for the Nighthawks. 10 points off turnovers compared to just 3 for North Georgia, and they did a good job. The bench doesn't quite get into it like Coach Mo wanted them to, I think. Only 5 points off the bench for Georgia College, but North Georgia has 15 off the bench, but it's not enough today to keep up with the Bobcats.
25 points for the 3 seniors combined here. Bobcats lost the rebounding battle at 42-38. It was 12 offensive and 30 defensive rebounds for North Georgia. They were led on the boards by Livesay with 8, 7 apiece for Jackson and Huffman. GC, well, we couldn't get the double-doubles for either Walker or Keys. They both wound up leading us with 9 rebounds apiece. The Bobcats had 10 offensive and 28 defensive rebounds. 14 assists for Georgia College. Good job of distributing the basketball. Keys led us there with 4, 3 each for Lindsay Reed and for Maurice Walker, our normal point guard, with 3 assists, I should say. 6 assists for North Georgia, 2 each for Jackson and for Livesay. 17 turnovers for North Georgia. The Bobcats, as Sam said, had 10 points off those 17 mistakes. Georgia College turned it over only 10 times, one of their lowest efforts of the season in coughing up the basketball. And North Georgia only managed 3 points off those turnovers. 4 blocks for Georgia College, 2 each by Walker and by Gibbs. North Georgia with 6 blocks, 4 by Samantha Glottis in her 12 minutes of playtime. Georgia College had 10 steals in the contest, led by Maurice Walker with 4, 2 more for Anisha Donley. 3 steals for North Georgia, a steal apiece for Jackson, Livesay, and Huffman. As Sam said, the points in the paint turned out well for the Bobcats, 34-20. Points off turnovers in the Bobcat favor. Second chance points went to North Georgia, 12-10. Their bench beat our bench 15-5. Georgia College's biggest lead came in the second half with 16 points, just 5 minutes and change into the second half. And Mo Smith with us now. Well, you got it done. Great energy at the start of the ball game. Good run to begin things. And held on for the victory.
Well, I'll tell you, come to find out they've been really looking forward to this game for a long time, and I was glad that they kind of put their actions where their mouth was, with our team, and they did a great job just executing the game plan, Scott. I really thought this was a really well-played game for us, and I really do think it was like the best game plan we executed all year. And I know we beat Columbus early on, but it's just some things we've been struggling with, the entire year. It was good to kind of get those things under control, like turning the ball over.
Right.
Only 10 turnovers, 3 in the first half, which was good. Keeping them off of the boards, which is our goal to, kind of hold them to 11 offensive boards or less. And we did a good job with that. So just, I'm proud of them. Glad they executed the game plan. I saw a whole lot of energy out there. Saw, enthusiasm, just that lift that we needed at times. We always got it, and it was good. It was good for us.
A lot of good work by a lot of Bobcats on this ball game. Your bench didn't show up like you hoped it would, but your seniors wound up with, let's see, 29 points, I think, of the 64. So a
Yeah.
good effort by the seniors.
Great effort by the seniors. Just, you know, and what they do a lot of times don't show up on the stat sheet. It's, you know, them being, you know, our energy starters and them trying to, kind of refocusing the team when, you know, at times it's looking like that we're losing our composure. But, you know, I depend on those seniors to do a good job to bring us back in and bring those younger players back in. And I thought they did that today. They did a good job of that.
Boy, Reese Walker had one of her best games ever. 1 turnover for the ball game, and only 3 assists, obviously. We'd love to see that number go up, but 17 points, 9 rebounds. She had 2 blocks and 4 steals. That's a stat stuffer right there.
It sure is. Reese is really maturing. You know, there are times when we have this, you know, we have those conversations where Reese, now you got to keep your head. And she's doing a much better job of doing that. And, you know, a lot of times with Reese is just, you know, if she's focusing and she's locked in, you know, she's a pretty tough player. And it was good to see her doing that thing tonight, you know, being locked in and just being focused and giving us that energy that we needed.
Indeed so. A big win for the Bobcat women in the Peach Belt Conference West. And now you're sitting at 9-7 in Peach Belt play.
Yeah.
And North Georgia still above us, of course, at 12-4. But
Right.
It looks like it's going to be a huge ball game on Wednesday at Morrow against Clayton State, Coach, because they've got Montevallo today, and that's probably going to go in their favor. So we may come down to breaking that third-place tie on Wednesday.
Yeah, and I tell you, and that's what it should be about this time of the year, Scott. So we got to look forward to that challenge. We really got to look forward to it and get a chance to play a good Clayton State team on their home floor. You know, that's what makes this time of the year super exciting. That, you know, we can go on somebody else's floor, you know, play well and have a chance to win the ball game. But, you know, we got to go into that game, Clayton State. I know they dropped a couple games. They've been competitive, like always, as of late. Their pressure is still good defensively. They're pressing, and they're really getting after it. So, you know, taking care of the basketball is huge.
Yep.
You know, if we can have that effort and focus level and taking care of the basketball Wednesday, I feel really, really good about our chances. And so, you know, I'm proud of our ladies, and they fought hard, and, you know, good win for us.
Very good job. Thanks, Mo.
Thank you, Scott.
Congratulations, Mo Smith, the head coach of the Bobcat women, as Georgia College pulls out the win by the score of 64-55. Georgia College improving to 13-10 overall and 9-7 in Peach Belt Conference play. And assuming that Clayton State will beat Montevallo, we're going to stay tied in 3rd place in the West Division with the Lakers, with the showdown coming up on Wednesday night up in Morrow. See if we can find any other stats to pass along to you, as Georgia College held the lead the entire ball game. The North Georgia Nighthawks, Georgia College jumped out to an early 13-2 lead to start the ball game, and the Nighthawks climbed back in it with a pretty good run of, I think it was 12-2 or 10-0, something like that. And they got back in the ball game, trailed by 7 at halftime, 32-25. But then the Bobcats really opened it up in the second half. They outscored them 11-2 in the first 5 full minutes and maybe 11 seconds of the second half. And that's what told the tale in that one, as the Bobcats stretched it out, and they were never really headed off in the rest of the second half by the Nighthawks of Georgia College. So the Nighthawks of North Georgia. So Georgia College a winner here today, 64-55, as the Bobcats pick up their 2nd win in a row. It also ends an 8-game winning streak by North Georgia, and they will be getting back to work on Wednesday as well to try and restart their winning streak. We'll be back to get you set up for the men's contest right after we take a 60-second timeout. Winner in the first ball game. Let's see what holds forth in the second contest today, as Georgia College gets set to take on North Georgia in men's Peach Belt Conference action. That's next after a 60-second break. This is Bobcat basketball on Country 102.